Forward, Paul Hume, number 12. Number 11, Les Holiday. Number 10, Carl Fairbank. 9, Lee Jackson. 8, Neil Cowie. 7, Eric Box. And captain and goal kicker. 6 is Kevin Ellis. 5, Alan Hunt. 4, Gary Connolly. 3, John Devereux. 2, Paul Eastwood. And 1, Stephen Hampson.
New South Wales country lineup. Number 13, Alex Corbeau. Number 12, Andrew Steffen. Number 11, Graham Tutt. Number 10, Kevin Maher. Number 9 and captain, Trevor Crowe. Number 8, Troy Wilson. Number 7, Tony Price. Number 6, Michael Twigg. Number 5, Brian Quinton. Number 4, David Krause. Number 3, John Connolly. Number 2, Scott Ruskell. And number 1, Paul Beath. And the coach, Frank Fish.
Well, here come the New South Wales country team onto the field in their traditional uniform colours, and a pretty determined bunch of footballers they look too. Great Britain side out on the field at the moment, and just harking back to the coach of the Great Britain team, Malcolm Reilly, a former great Manly Warringah player and great England player, helped the Manly side to a couple of premierships in 72, 73. Very skillful, very, very tough. You wouldn't remember him, I don't think, Michael.
Oh, I remember him a little bit. I was a youngster then, but he was certainly a tough player. I remember that, that's for sure.
They really haven't got anything like English conditions here. This is a very warm day out in the sun. I would suggest the temperature's up around 19 or 20 at the moment, and that might have a debilitating effect on them. But anyway, it's Great Britain to kick off. They'll be running from left to right. And the New South Wales country will be receiving the ball, and obviously they're running right to left.
Steve Hampson, the English kicker here.
Okay, we've got them underway now. The blast on the whistle. Troy Wilson runs out, runs into some pretty heavy defence there from number 13, Billy McGinty. He's the player I've told you to watch. Billy McGinty, a lock forward in the Great Britain side, a real doer.
He certainly had a big game against the Illawarra Steelers down at Steelers Stadium. I'd say, as you said, he'll probably have a big one again today.
The New South Wales country not doing any forward movement at the moment. The defence is up very, very smartly. There's a nice pass delivered, but off... the referee has allowed play to proceed. The ball's gone out along the back line, but he steps and comes back inside, does David Krause. He's tackled about 5 metres out from the quarter line. And there's the first kick of the match. Hampson fields it up in his quarter. Now he's a very elusive runner. He ran into trouble there with Brian Quinton. Ran straight into his head. About 8 metres from the halfway line. The ground seems just a touch slippery there. Several players have lost their footing.
Maybe the English might just have their rubber sprigs on rather than the longer metal studs, and that could be a telling point later on in the game.
You'll see Lee Jackson frequently go to dummy half. There's a long cutout pass out there to number 5, Alan Hunt. He gets up over the halfway line. Fox put the kick downfield. It was a bad kick. It's kicked straight to the open winger. And this fella Quinton's got a little bit of pace, let me tell you. If he's given just a touch of room, he's liable to make a long inroad. Good strong defence there from John Devereux, number 3.
He was another player that had a very strong game against the Steelers, and he's certainly a big strapping lad, and I'd say he might be a bit of a danger for New South Wales country today.
Now there's another player. Troy Wilson has just slipped. That's 3 slips. Oh, that's a terribly played football. Oh, well, I disagree with that penalty. That's a bodgy penalty.
Yes, he certainly dropped the ball there.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we could look at that again, you'll see clearly what I'm talking about. Now, watch him get to his feet. There's no interference, just drop the football. That should have been a scrum down. Certainly not a penalty to the New South Wales country. Now, we've got 2 touch judges, or 1 touch judge in at the moment to have a discussion with the relative players. He's got Andy Stefan over there, and also Trevor Crowe. Now, Crowe's there in his capacity as captain.
Well, he's already awarded the penalty here, so he certainly can't go back on that decision. I think you'll find that this is just that niggling sorting out period.
Yes, I just don't want to see any more penalties given against Great Britain in that sort of circumstance. That was a patent error by the New South Wales country player, and the Great Britain side have been flogged for it. Graham Tutt motors forward very strongly, very powerful runner. Number 13, Alex Corvo, comes hard, but he's hit hard too. A very good bit of defence by Holiday there. They're up in a good position now, moving the ball around fairly wide. Andy Stephan tackled midfield about 20 metres out. Moving it out to the left now. Long cut-out pass from Tony Price. Goes back to Kevin Maher. Murders forward again. The defence is good. The Great Britain defence is good, but it's early days yet.
Yes, they're getting out of the blocks fairly quickly and meeting New South Wales country on the defensive line there.
Well, the last tackle coming up, and they really haven't gone anywhere since this section of play started. Up she goes from Mike Twigg. It's not a bad bomb, not a bad one. It's right underneath the goalpost. The fullback was taken out of it. Yes. No doubt about it. The referee quite right in that penalty. The fullback there taken out of the action before the ball got anywhere near him. Well, we won't see that again because they play on very quickly. Now, why wouldn't Great Britain, Michael, why wouldn't they kick the touch there?
Who knows there? It looks like it wasn't even Derek Fox, the captain, so that's a very strange move.
Well, I mean, that is a ridiculous move because they're still only 15 or 20 metres out from their line. They're a bit further now with a good run.
Unless they're all I can think of, they just want to get on with this game and start getting into them. But it seems a bit silly. You take your 20 metres from the kick out for touch.
Every time. Now here's the first penalty in this area for... now there's a little bit of pushing and shoving going on here at the moment. A little bit of stupidity from both sets. And there's very much... that was very reminiscent of VFL football where they push and shove each other and don't do anything about it. But anyway, the referee has awarded the penalty to the Great Britain side.
I think the boys are just having a little bit of fun and games and testing each other out there.
What, just a little bit of harmless fun, a trifle overdone, would you say?
I would think so.
Lee Jackson to restart the action, gets it onto Carl Fairbank, and he's hit hard and loses the ball. It went forward, quite right. That is not to be recommended, losing the ball on the first tackle. Very, very ordinary situation for the Great Britain side.
Actual New South Wales country pack is numbered in the old-fashioned where the hooker is number 12.
Yes, well, they're just old-fashioned boys. There's a dreadful bit of defence. Number 4, David Krause, is the man tackled on the halfway line. Kick through, 6 to go. Number 1 there, Paul Beath, has to run back for it. He steps straight into trouble. Derek Fox was there and able to knock him base over apex. Quinton, the wing three-quarter, went into dummy half there. Price.
Actually, from New South Wales country point of view, it's probably a game they're not expected to win. And it's often some of the easiest games you can play because if you're the underdog, you can lift yourselves on this occasion. And I know there's a lot of pride out there and they'll certainly be giving everything they got.
Oh yes, there's never any certainty about football matches. Look at the results of the Winfield Cup from last week. What about Parramatta beating Penrith? And there's a penalty going to the New South Wales country, infringement of the 5 yards, and no argument about that ruling from me.
No, they're certainly up there. England have been getting out of the blocks very quickly, and they're up on New South Wales country. Maybe the referees realise they might be cribbing on that 5 metre rule.
Still no score in this match.
The crowd, I think about probably 6,000 or 7,000. It's a little bit hard to judge here, but it's certainly a big oval.
Well, for such a marvellous day, it's just a little bit disappointing, the crowd. But anyway, let's see what they can do with this tap restart. Country offloading nicely there. It's some good football as they get the ball away in the tackle. Andy Stephen gets it back there to number 13, Alex Corvo. Corvo's got it out the back, and there's been lost by the New South Wales countryside, picked up by Great Britain. They had the opportunity to make a lot of yards then. John Devereux picked up the loose ball, made about 15 metres. Fox on a Billy McGinty. And there's a penalty, holding down the tackle player, or the referee suggests that that tackle might have been a touch high. Just indicated with his hand.
It was a little bit high, but I think it was probably more the holding down. I think it was probably a combination of both, actually.
Paul Eastwood there kicking for touch. He's a wing 3/4, played in the last series in England. Neil Cowie. Carl Fairbank. Then on to Hume. They're up on the quarter. Pressing now. Fox back on the inside. Good defence there. Very, very cruel defence. Belted him just as he was about to offload the football. Up the blind side goes Les Holiday. He's only about 20 metres out now. Fox. But he's passed away. Now it's back to Fox standing on the open side of the ruck. Elects to kick. The kick's gone off the side of his foot. It's going to go into the in-goal area. It could be anybody's, and it's New South Wales country, but they're tackled in the in-goal area.
No, he's just snuck out.
Scott Roskill, I'm told to watch this fellow. They say he's, that's from an Australian selector, incidentally. Eddie Lumsden told me that he's got his eyes on Roskill.
He's certainly got a lot of speed about him. He's only fairly slight in the frame, though. Actually, Rex, this Great Britain side, the one that's touring at this time, it's probably one of the best prepared Great Britain sides that's come out here for quite a long while.
I wouldn't argue that. They've had great skill in the past, but they haven't had a great deal of fitness about them. This side appears to be a pretty fit one. There's a nice kick. Very, very well done there by Beat. Getting the ball over the sideline. A very easy gain of 50 metres.
I think that's probably the best way to play Great Britain today is you kick long, you move their bigger forwards. They certainly are a heavier pack than New South Wales country. If you can move them around the paddock, this sun may well sap a bit of their energy.
I think that's pretty solid tactics. Let's see what happens from the scrum. It's won by Great Britain. Moved out to Ellis. Ellis weaving, gets it on to Devereaux, who made a weaving run to about 8 metres from the halfway line. Good step there from Les Holiday. But he's tackled a metre short of the halfway. Fox, a long cutout pass. So who's he throwing that to? I'll get it.
I think he's throwing it to his mum, third row up in the grandstand.
Now this winger coming right round the field, Alan Hunt. He doesn't come very far, and he doesn't come very fast, and he's lost the football. He's got the quinella. Believe me, that's a bad bit of rugby. He didn't appear to me to be running with any purpose or any strength at all there to clear that ball away from his line.
I don't think he wanted to be tackled, actually. Notice how England, on probably about 4 or 5 occasions, are throwing those very long balls and certainly not afraid to move it about. Boy, they're slipping over.
Well, that was a little bit of bad luck, but here's Eastwood now. He's got possession, got it away, got the pass up there from Derek Fox. Fox runs the dummy half again, gets it away to Billy McGinty. McGinty goes forward over the halfway line. New South Wales country moving up very smartly in defence. Fox out wide there to Ellis. Ellis gets it out there to the centre, but he's absolutely swamped upon by his opposite number, David Krause. Up the blind side they go again. Devereaux. Well, that's a solid hit. Yes. He got the pass away. It didn't come off his hand. It went on the foot. But I'm at a loss to understand the offside play there.
No,
the ball came off.
Holding back, I think, the ruling. I just saw him tug his shirt there at that stage. So I'd say he's got one of the England players, so holding a country player back.
Well, it appeared to me to be I'm not arguing with you, understand, but there appeared to me to be one English player who'd towed the ball forward trying to get through the ruck, and I thought he was held back. So we see things in different ways. Play now back about 8 metres outside Great Britain's quarter. Graham Tutt goes forward pretty strongly. Alex Corvo has a turn, makes good ground. They're all bustling their way just through the tackle a little bit. Out to Tony Price. Price out there to Trevor Crowe. Swung to the ground hard by Kevin Ellis. Good tackle, good strong tackle. Tony Price. Back into Troy Wilson. He's belted to the ground just outside the quarter. Tony Price, smart little player, smart little kick. And Alan Hunt has to sprint the ball over the dead ball line. So it'll be a restart from the quarter line. I'm sorry, start again from the goal line. And it'll be the opportunity for New South Wales country to get the ball back.
Certainly a clever set of six there. They didn't panic. They took a couple of settlers up and then passed the ball around, and then finally realising on the fifth tackle, pop it over the back and they get the ball back.
Yeah, smart stuff. Good, intelligent, professional football. Well, now Crow, as you see him getting to his feet.
Aren't they the ones you like to just dig a hole and bury yourself in?
It might have been Scott Wilson, actually. Yeah. I think Troy Wilson, rather. He's... if there'd been a shovel handy, he would have dug a hole and hit himself in it after dropping that. He was under no pressure. He had about a minute and a half before any opposition player got near him. It's the beautiful uncertainty of rugby league. Errors always play a huge part. Derek Fox. Ellis, 5'8", tackle just on the halfway line. John Devereaux. Steps back on the inside. Well taken by Trevor Crow. Do they come on the blind side? Ellis trying to pierce the blindside defence, couldn't do it. Derek Fox. Holiday. They're not backing each other up when they go through.
Yeah, just running, certainly going one out at this stage.
And the laboriously slow play the balls. I mean, that really... There's a pass. That should be a try.
Yes.
This is number 9, Lee Jackson. And he's got close to it, but not only 10 metres out. That's a damn good tackle there by Beath. A very fine head-on tackle. I thought a try was lay down, was there. Derek Fox, little kick into the end goal. And again, Beath has saved the day for the New South Wales country side with a good, courageous dive on the loose ball.
I tell you what, I think Lee Jackson saw the 4 points beside his name at that stage. Did everything until he started to stumble.
Yes, I thought he was a lay down was there to score a try there, but not to be. Good long drop, taken by Eastwood. Brings the ball back. He's a strong, hard runner, this fella, but they wrap him up very quickly. Kevin Maher just monstered him, actually. Little Paul Hume, a little hooker in this England side. Oh, out there to number 11 is Holiday, and he was well and truly grasped there by a good tackle from Brian Quinton. By Mike Twig, correction.
And he undid all the good he just did by playing up in that play the ball. You just leave them go in those situations. His side was back onside and just roll off.
Well, here's Eastwood. He's going to have an attempted goal here. He had as I recollect, the winning of a test match against Australia.
Yes. Yes, he was had plenty of time to clear the ruck there and just try to slow it down a little bit too long. England, like as we saw in that play before, you called it well that they aren't backing up, but then what happened? He busted the first line, and then there was a couple of players there. So I don't know whether they're relying on to bust that line or just failing to back up. I'm not sure what the situation.
Well, yes, I agree with your assessment of that, but I'm of the old school. I think there should be, every time a player, particularly a forward, runs, you've got to have a backup inside and a backup outside. So 50% of your forwards are involved at all times.
Well, it certainly makes it a lot easier because it take a lot of heat off you, and you can't be one-outed in the tackles.
That's right. Oh, yes, don't get me onto the topic of how to play rugby league.
It's very easy from up here, isn't it?
Yes. I have never made a mistake in my life from up here. Eastwood, right on the quarter, about 15 metres in from the sideline. And he gets it. So Great Britain lead now 2 points to 0. Driving the ball deep, it's rolling end over end. Awkward, oh yes, very awkward. It's found touch. And that is one of those things when you kick the ball a little bit oddly, it'll do any sort of thing. rolled in a funny fashion over the sideline, beating Derek Fox. But the Great Britain side still have the put-in.
What, they've certainly got the weight in the scrum too. Have a look at the weight they're pushing with.
It's a good heel, that one. Oh, bad bit of business there, but he's gone right through Paul Eastwood, picked up by the cover defence coming over in the shape of Tony Price. There's another great tackle. Absolutely great by little Price. He's a real demon. And there he goes again. That's 3 in a row. He's really doing a marvellous job. Carl Fairbank, he's a strong player. Here goes Derek Fox kicking the ball down. I think I might have played against a relative of Derek Fox's, Neil Fox.
He's very lucky there. Paul Eastwood, no sorry, Scott Roskill. Oh boy.
Yes, that could have been a disaster had he touched it. But they get the restart from the tap on the quarter line. Now there appears to me to be a giant hole in the Great Britain defence on the left-hand side of the ruck. It's just been filled.
Oh, he's hurt his knee in that lot.
Yes, that Great Britain player fell very awkwardly there and appeared to stretch his knee rather badly. No, he's up and about. Kevin Maher to his feet. Plays it back to Connolly. There's a good run. Getting the pass away there to number 10. Kevin Maher. On back and inside to Andy Steffen. Steffen gets it out there to Quinton. Quinton tackled on the last tackle about 20 metres out from the line. They've got a good full back line. They're moving it out across the back line to Mike Twig. Weaving back on the inside. Still keeping the ball alive.
What's this one for?
Well, he's caught one of the Great Britain players for offside, I believe. But nobody can believe it. Yes, that section of play was a little bit confusing.
Yes. I don't know. I couldn't understand his ruling here.
No, either can I. Perhaps we might see it again and be able to work it out. Oh, he's gone a little bit high here.
Yes.
He's gone a little bit high.
If he went much higher, he might have had a haircut, I think.
Well, they've altered that rule now that it reads now that if a player goes in with intent and takes the opposition player above the shoulders, he can be dealt with.
Yes. There's quite a few people who are spending 4 weeks on the sideline in the Winfield Cup can testify to.
Kick and goal by number 4, David Krause, who's very ordinarily taken, and it hasn't had the redeeming feature of going into touch over the dead ball line. So Great Britain in possession. Hanson got a bit of a mouthful there. Neil Cowie. Ball lost in the tackle.
Oh, I think the English players are getting a bit fired up with this whole situation here at the moment.
Yes, I'm afraid you're right. They just look a little bit disorganised and they don't look very happy about some of the rulings that the referees make.
I can't actually blame them.
Well, they can't really argue that one because the hooker was down on the broad of his back in the middle of that scrum, or what passed as a scrum.
I think what you've got to find in these games on tour, Rex, you're being a tourist from way back, that you've got to be able to accept some of the local decisions that they certainly come around.
Oh, I agree. You've got to be able to adapt to it and not play you cool. It's easy to say, though, isn't it? When you're out there sweating and striving and you get what you consider a bad decision, it's very easy. That's a terrible pass delivered there, and that was knocked on by the New South Wales side. They're passing under pressure and putting themselves under pressure because that pass was never on.
They didn't really need to. They had Great Britain on the run. There was about the second or third tackle. You know, they got plenty of time to attack from there.
Well, here come New South Wales again. Great Britain again with Kevin Ellis coming away, but smartly tackled. John Devereux.
He's looking dangerous every time he touches the ball, Devereux. He always breaks the first tackle and often the second.
Billy McGinty. It's not been as forthcoming as I would have hoped. There's a good strong run from Carl Fairbank. He makes about 15 metres. Lee Jackson. They're about 5 metres from halfway now. We're recollecting that Great Britain lead this match by 2 points to 0. There's a ricochet. I can never account for how a player will kick the ball and it be charged down. You either know you can get the ball over the opposition player coming towards you, and you don't kick.
Well, I didn't kick that much, Rex, so I never really got an opportunity to test that theory.
Anyway, it comes off a New South Wales country player, fed by Derek Fox. Ellis, Connolly. Swung back strongly by David Krause. That's a good run, good offload. And a good tackle at the end of it by number 13, Alex Corbo.
That was a pretty cheap penalty. Silly one to give away.
Yeah, he'd already done the work with a great tackle.
You know, it's you just can't do those things nowadays.
No, I think perhaps the intricacies of rugby league percolate slowly to the country areas, and I'm not knocking country by any means here, but I think the emphasis in Sydney football is so strong on mistake-free football.
Yes, especially things along those lines. There's absolutely no need for it.
Here they go again. John Devereux on the run around. He's driven backwards, and a good strong tackle by Graham Tutt there. Lee Jackson. Away to Carl Fairbank.
You'll find Graham Tutt won't give up. He'll be there when the whips are cracking at the end.
There's a good strong run. Right through goes Liz Holiday. Holiday gets the pass nicely onto Gary Connolly, and that's the first try of the match, and a very, very good one. There was a good running ruck there, and you'll see the impetus of that again on the replay.
It was certainly a great set move here by the Great Britain side. They've taken 1 or 2 hit-ups in, and then look for the fade across play, which is becoming very prevalent in rugby league today. And as soon as we get the replay, we'll be able to catch up on this. But they're certainly going so strong. Here we go. Is this the final death throes of the try? It's I think we got a side-on angle from this next one. It will show us a little bit better. Yes, it's this, the final bits of the try. But certainly they are looking to score that try. New South Wales country just making too many mistakes. A cheap penalty before that. You can't give England any opportunity at all, and by just giving away a penalty by just pushing on the sideline, it's crazy. Phil Small down on the sidelines there. Phil, can you hear us?
Yeah, Michael, as you were mentioning earlier too, it is a little bit slippery down here. Some of these players are actually wearing the plastic sprigs, and that's why we've seen a couple of falls. The country market offence, they're going to have to sort of tighten that up a bit around the ruck area. Paul Beath also at fullback getting plenty of action, and I think he's in for plenty more too.
There was a fair bit of fiery going on down your end of the field there not so long ago. I think the English players got a little bit upset with a few of the local rulings.
Mate, plenty of fire, and I don't think Steve Albert is the favourite referee of the English camp at the present time. The penalty count at the moment looks like 6-4.
Well, there's another successful conversion. And Underwood now comes up with another one. So we've got a scoreline now that reads Great Britain 8, New South Wales country 0.
See how New South Wales country come back after this try. I know they'll never give up, but now is probably a fairly crucial time for them. If they could get points on the board just before half-time, they can be in this game in a big way.
Great Britain on their quarter line, desperately trying to get to his feet there was number 11, Les Holiday, who made the initial bust for that try by Connolly. Oh, good bullocking run again by Carl Fairbank. He's a strong player, little doubt about that. Nicely pulled in by Derek Fox. A pass that was hard and above his head, and he pulled it in one-handed. This Hunt doesn't appear to me to be a what I would classify as a quality winger. Here's a bit of downtown coming on, and the kick's gone high in the air. An awful kick.
Well, certainly giving New South Wales country a good opportunity to get into the English 25 and maybe put some plays on.
Well, the downtown rule's been altered now. That is the situation where players in front of the kicker of their own team immediately advance downfield to cut off the opposition fullback when he takes it. That's been altered, and players can now be penalised for moving downfield. They are not put on by the fact that the opposition player runs 10 yards.
I think from that ruling, there's been a differential penalty awarded to New South Wales Country because of Derry Fox, the halfback, has reached into the scrum and tried to take the ball out.
They're moving the ball out along their line. There's a good pass, or no, the pass was held back. He just probably was going to be in front of it. Trevor Crow. I think he's the skipper of the side, is he not?
Yes, he's.
Tony Price. Twig.
Nice
Connolly.
ball.
Nice pass onto Paul Beath. He's tackled but not put down properly. Now they swing him to his feet. Well, Alan Hunt, the winger, is getting a talking to there for a bit of indiscretion.
I think he was a little bit unlucky on that one. He was just trying to get out of the road and it just jumped the wrong way, actually. Still, penalties are penalties.
Well, they're going to take the odds to this one. They're not kicking for goal. They're kicking for touch. And it'll be an opportunity for...
just on the replay there, yeah.
Well, that was a bit senseless, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not an international footballer if he's going to try to go through that area. Price doing a lot of work, gets the pass away. Number 10, here's Price again. A long cut-out pass, wrapped up straight away. A very strong tackle there. John Connolly to Andy Stephan. He's out to about 3 metres from the sideline and only about 7 or 8 metres out from the line. Quinton's at dummy half now. They should be able to get the ball fairly wide, fairly rapidly. Oh, there's a pass gone to ground again.
I don't think it was meant for him. I think it was a cut-out pass, and I think if it had gone out wide, it might have been a fairly good play.
Well, now the New South Wales forwards, the Great Britain forwards, we've got a player down injured at the moment.
Yes, Devereaux.
John Devereaux.
He doesn't look too well.
Number 8, Neil Cowie, upended unceremoniously on that occasion. Bustling run, just not making much progress through it, and I notice that the Great Britain side are bunching there behind the ruck. It's a sure sign that the side is getting tired and they start to bunch up. They're like lemmings, they cling together.
Phil Small, can you see who's going to be replacing Devereaux when they finally get him off the field?
Yeah, John Devereaux looks like he's back home, or he thinks he's back home anyway. Coming on will be number 15, and that's Paul Lachlan from St Helens.
Scott Roskell trying to use his pace on the outside there, but he's held and pulled down again. That could have been a penalty.
Replacement of the Great Britain side, number 15, Paul Lachlan.
8 points to 0 in favour of the Great Britain side. Good strong burst there by number 10, Kevin Maher. Got his body through the tackle, couldn't get his arms down to get the pass away. Tough run. Quinton, Price, Twig kicks deep. Taken by Hampson, stops it with his foot. Steps. Brings the ball back out to the quarter line. That's a useful sort of a bring back.
We can't actually see the ground clock here, but my calculation's got about 10 minutes to go before half-time.
Well, Hunt's having a little bit of a problem out there with one of the smaller players on the New South Wales Country side, and I suggest he just get back on the wing and concentrate on football because he's made a bit of a goose of himself so far. Great tackle there on Billy McGinty. Little grubber kick, it ricochets. The referee has changed his decision. I thought his first decision was right. He was going to penalise it for a knock-on, but he finally didn't do it. Lachlan, the replacement.
Just been noticing, Rex, there's been quite a few niggling incidents off the play. This may well blow up into something before half-time.
Jackson, dummy half, behind Hume. He's played it, made a good break. Just can't link with anybody. Fox kicks across field. Oh, he had to wait. He's going to be tackled and he's in goal. Oh, he got a very dangerous pass away to Quinton. Quinton's made a good inroad too and got himself about 17 metres into the field of play. But gee, that was a bit dangerous.
That's Cardinal Sim time.
Holiday on the quarter line. Andy Stefan.
Actually, the New South Wales countryside seem to be making a lot more ground up the middle now than they were earlier.
I think Great Britain are tiring a little bit.
Yes.
That's fairly obvious. There's a good kick. Oh, why do they play with it?
Footballs, aren't they funny things?
Have a look at this again and see what you think. I mean,
Steve Hanson's had about 5 goes at this. What's it called there?
Here we are. Now look at this.
Yeah.
That's just the tail end of it. He did a little bit of a Roomba down the sideline there for about 10 metres. Well, the referee wants it in again, and I think he wants the hookers to stand up. Hear those lovely English accents? Oh, gee whiz, Hampson, you've dropped the ball on the first tackle. You aspire to be in the England side for the second test.
I think some of those English accents, the translations might come out a bit funnily.
Could be. Little Tony Price is the boy that's putting the ball in now. Very live wire player. Here he comes. He's got the ball back on the over now, giving it out there to his number 6, Michael Twig. Twig goes through the gap but can't get the pass away. Beath was on his outside, the fullback. Now Beath's back in possession again. Makes a good inroad up the middle, looks for support, tries to get a pass away, can't do it. There's the tackle from number 8, Neil Cowie comes over the top. Well, there again, stupid play. The New South Wales countryside losing the ball. The ball actually hit one of his teammates and rebounded towards Great Britain.
So just looking threatening then as well.
They're just coming out towards the quarter line now, making fairly heavy weather getting the ball away from their goal line. Paul Hume. Not a bad bustling run. That's McGinty.
I tell you what, like, we're probably 100 metres away from the action, but you can still hear a lot of those hits quite soundly up there. They aren't mucking around.
No, they don't miss. Roskell now, the wing 3/4. He looks a very thin sort of a player, doesn't he?
Yes, he certainly does, but he's got a fair bit of toe around him. Blood bin.
A little bit of blood bin there.
Yes.
This player's going to be told to go and get his face mopped.
He must be a forward, he doesn't know he's bleeding.
Can't feel the pain. Now we've got a player, Steve Linnane, I think, has come on.
Yes, it is.
Steve Linnane of St George fame some years ago. Right on the halfway line.
Steve Linnane.
It was precious little time now to half-time. The scoreline that reads Great Britain 8, New South Wales Country 0. Now they moved the ball across the field 40 yards but didn't make a yard on that occasion.
New South Wales Country got them on the blind side.
Here's Lanane, very elusive runner. Very elusive passer too. He's passed the ball behind Roskell. Oh, gee. I think I've seen every error in the book at the moment.
There's still 5 minutes to go towards half-time.
Great Britain. Neil Cowie steaming forward, trying. All the Great Britain players are trying to offload the football. But the New South Wales Country defence is pretty strong and well directed.
Phil Small, some fairly vocal comments by the English team down there. They seem to be getting a little bit fired up at this stage.
Yeah, I think they are starting to tire a little bit too, Michael. They're looking a little bit tired, throwing the ball around with Gay Abanham at times, and there's no one really running onto it. I mean, New South Wales, all they've really got to do is to hold the ball and capitalise.
Nice pass out to Beethan. A very good tackle from Eastwood there to get Quinlan very, very smartly. He's got a bit of pace, that lad. He needed to be contained early, and he was. Trevor Crow got a pass away, nicely half-volleyed.
We had a little lost boy down at the table. His name's Jamie White. He's in a Roosters Guernsey. So if someone would like to claim him, he's down at the main table.
Graham Tutt trying, as you saw there, trying to offload the football one-handed, but the English defence locked his arm into his side. Last tackle, right on the halfway line. Steve Lanane, who used to be noted for his kicking with St George, and still got a fair idea of it too. That's a very good kick, about 40 metres gain.
I think Steve Hansen thinks he was on a soccer field there for a while.
I dare say a lot of these English lads played soccer at some stage in their careers.
Actually, Steve Hampton's quite an interesting fellow. He's a very good taker of the high balls, and where he practices is on the trampoline. He does a lot of trampoline practice, and I think in the Challenge Cup final over in England, you may see him do the double loop and a flip at the end of the game. He's certainly an athletic boy.
Well, that was a good run there by Hunt. Oh, good tackling there. Some very, very strong tackling, very committed tackling by this New South Wales Country side. They've just been outsmarted a little bit by the natural superiority of a touring side, but not all that much in this game. Oh, well taken by Lanane. A quick reflex catch, a Bobby Simpson catch, I always call those.
If they can hold New South Wales Country, can only be down by just 8 points at half-time, they've got a real show at this game.
Moving out along the line, Six, Twig gets it, trying to steam back on the inside. And there was Roskell was steaming by on the right-hand side of him, but he couldn't get the pass away.
Artie Beetson wouldn't have got that pass away.
Yes, the late lamented Artie, eh? He had a win with his Cronulla side on the weekend, I'm told.
He's smiling again.
Scrums, 7-3 to Great Britain. It's really a statistic that doesn't bear a great deal of significance in today's football, does it, Michael?
It certainly doesn't.
You don't think hookers have got much to do you, Michael?
Dr. Bruce Woodmill, could you
Hookers,
come to
they
the
should just call them
sideline, please? Dr. Bruce
sort of
Woodmill.
centres come in hookers. It's unbelievable. Hopefully next year they might change the rules so you actually have to hook for a ball again.
Oh, I think that's inevitable, that they will just bring the scrums back to sanity, in which they have to become a contest, or the rules should be changed. At the present time, the rule is in there that the ball must be put in the centre of the scrum, giving an equal opportunity for either hooker to have a go at it. That's the rule, and every week we see the halfbacks of all the sides feed the ball under the second row's feet. In other words, they're making an abortion of a rule and making a mockery of rugby league.
It's certainly a travesty of justice when you see that, that's for sure. It's,
Well, take comfort. I think your comeback will be
I don't think any comebacks on order.
Now, this is the last bit of football we were talking about. He tried to get a pass away there. You saw it was very late. He was almost on the ground. This is Twig I'm referring to. And the ball was almost on the ground as he tried to get it away. So it was always going to be a difficult situation. Here's a very, very good run by number 6 there. Kevin Ellis, he made a good inroad. Eastwood got it behind him, and the referee has ruled that there was a knock-on. Oh, well, there's the half-time break. So at half-time, the Great Britain side have not actually covered themselves in glory. It's been a fairly pedestrian performance by them. They do have a lead, and they lead by 8 points to 0.
Wednesday, Cluedo, TV's devilishly clever new series.
What the hell do you think you're doing? She's dead.
The whodunit that makes you the detective.
You think I did it?
Can you spot the clues?
Mrs. White.
And dodge the red herrings?
When I have the post-mortem results, I'll know exactly what killed her.
Can you find the true motive for murder?
I know who killed her.
Who?
The person responsible has to be caught out.
And nail a cold-blooded killer.
The classic detective game comes to life. Cluedo.
If it only saves you once a year, it's a good year.
So have a safe winter with Goodyear's Winter Safety Savers, a half-price safety service that gives you a grease and oil change, 4-wheel balances and rotation, battery check and a 20-point safety check, normally $60, now only $29.95, and save Aussie steals from a low $66.
So see your Goodyear retailer now.
Good tires, good service, good people, Goodyear.
Tanks for the 21st century. Fiberglass tanks by Tank World that don't taste, rust or leak. Australia's largest range of sizes and colours are delivered free just about anywhere. And after 20 years, a Tank World tank still won't taste, rust or leak. Tank World guarantee it.
Farmers, grass tetany is a killer. Seems like these can only mean costly losses in cattle herds. Prevention is the answer. Cosmag International introduced their new palatable magnesium for protection against grass tetany. Difficulties feeding cows magnesium have been overcome with the inclusion of 30% molasses in Cosmag's palatable magnesium. Feeding has been simplified, ensuring your herd's best protection. Protect your investment. Cosmag's new palatable magnesium, available from major rural outlets.
Where can you get glass top Dutch ovens? Only $20. Just see Price Busters. 7-piece enamel cookware sets, $29. Sets of 2 Chinaman platters, $5.99. Recipe files, only $2. Suitcases, any size, $29. 100-watt car speaker sets, just $25. And you'll really dig our shovels, only $5 each. Only at Price Busters. All stores open 7 days.
This is the $20 Gold Lotteries gift pack. And this is what's inside. This is the $10 Silver Lotteries gift pack. And what's inside. Now anyone can afford gifts that could be worth millions.
They go, they're kicking off just as we discussed, Michael. They're kicking off into the sun there.
Yeah, it could have a big bearing on the game. It's going to be right behind New South Wales country, and if they're fairly smart, they'll kick to the far side of the field. Now, that should be a penalty to New South Wales country, yes. That's correct. He can't handle the ball once it's in the ruck. And,
yeah, that's a ruck area.
Yes, it is. So that's I'd be taking the 2 points here.
Well, let's have a look at that again, because I think that's a fairly critical penalty, like in the first 30 seconds of the match. It doesn't say a lot for Derek Fox to play the ball as badly as that and find himself in a contest for possession on the ground.
Yeah, it's certainly an error on his part. He shouldn't have allowed to play the ball to be struck. Here we go.
And here we go. He's getting to his feet. He's still being held on.
Yeah.
It's raked back and he falls on it again. Now, he can't do that because the area in between the two players in the play of the ball is called the ruck, and the ball can't be handled in there.
Well, Stephen Linnane was very smart. He spotted that he wasn't covering the ball properly with his body and allowed him to attempt to rake the ball. I think that probably shows that quite a fair few years in Winfield Cup that you certainly can't relax at all, and Steve Linnane took the opportunities.
Well, certainly 2 points at this stage from Quinlan, who's the goal kicker. We'll from Quinton.
After his attempt in the first half, you can't put this down as a lay-down misère, that's for sure.
Well, there's no trouble with that one. So that's the scoreline then. Great Britain 8, New South Wales Country 2.
Certainly a good start that New South Wales Country wanted. It's a bit of an anticlimax, actually. I think Great Britain have come out here and expected a fairly easy-going second half, and they're 2 points down, and it's only 6 points between the two sides. So they're going to have to really put the crackle on to get through.
Long, hard kick by Fox. Troy Wilson runs it out. Kevin Maher runs for a distance, doesn't get a ball away. They're just outside their quarter now, working the middle of the field. Alan Stefan. Not the right option to run from dummy half in that situation. Alex Corvo makes just a few more metres. They're on the fourth tackle. Bonane kicking, that's on the side of his boot. It's gone straight to Hume.
Phil Small on the sideline there with, I can see Andy Gregory on there on the field. Any other replacements at this stage?
Yeah, Michael, Andy Gregory's come on for Les Halliday. In the New South Wales side, Price is back on. He was the player that went to the blood bin a little bit earlier. We've got one of the centres there, David Krause. He's off the field. Steve Lemane has moved to 5'8", and we've got Twig in the centres.
I tell you what, Andy Gregory looks like he's doing Michael Jackson impersonations here. Look, I've never seen strapping like that on anybody's hands.
No, it's a real boxer strapping, isn't it?
Yeah. He might have picked up a hot pot somewhere.
A penalty to Great Britain. And this will be an opportunity for Eastwood. Here's the fairly obvious what the penalty was for, if we hadn't described it. Just not incapable of getting off the player. And the penalty is a very simple one would suggest. Only about 5 or 10 metres off centre and about 4 metres out from the 25.
I think this will end up in the rabbit warrens at the back of this oval. It's certainly a powerful kicker. The temperature is dropping down here as we're getting on into the later part of the afternoon.
Well, Eastwood will be very keen to get Great Britain back onto that 8-point lead. Opening penalty of the match in the second half was a penalty to New South Wales Country only a little while ago, about 2.5 minutes ago. As the train goes whistling past. He does quite a corkscrew approach to this. Watch, goes out to the right and then comes back in from the left. And that's a good kick, very neat, very tidy. So again, they get out to that 8 points margin. Great Britain 10, New South Wales Country 2.
Monday night, just when you thought it was safe to grow up, comes a lively comedy about life on the other side of the fence. The Domestics.
You don't know what kind of mower you got? You got a big yard king 410.
The In-Laws.
Why did you have to involve my daughter? 3 can't live on what you make.
And Coping with Parenthood.
I thought I'd be nervous.
Flatliner star Kevin Bacon.
About to charge headlong into the jaws of responsibility.
With Alec Baldwin and Elizabeth McGovern in the hit movie She's Having a Baby, Monday 8:30.
The people of Parkes take pride in presenting special events of national and international importance. The historic France-Australia World Cup Classic, a first for a country town, is now folklore in World Rugby League circles. Parkes has proven to be popular in staging annual events for jazz and country music. With a new hockey service recently opened, Parkes is a popular sporting convention centre, ideally located and geared for your major event. For an event prospectus, contact Mike Greenwood at the Parkes Tourist Centre.
Farmers, grass tetany is a killer. Scenes like these can only mean costly losses in cattle herds. Prevention is the answer. Cosmag International introduced their new palatable magnesium for protection against grass tetany. Difficulties feeding cows magnesium have been overcome with the inclusion of 30% molasses in Cosmag's palatable magnesium. Feeding has been simplified, ensuring your herd's best protection. Protect your investment. Cosmag's new palatable magnesium, available from major rural outlets.
I will now read the will. My harbour-front mansion and Rolls-Royce I leave to my long-suffering butler, Mozart. My rural retreat and my Picassos I leave to Mozart, my faithful cat. To Neville, my favourite nephew, who, like me, invested wisely in quality investment bonds from NRMA Life, your future is already in good hands. So I leave you my best wishes.
Neville's uncle knew he didn't have to worry about his nephew. With NRMA Life looking after his investments, his future couldn't be in better hands. NRMA Life Investments. It pays to belong.
Dymocks are really cutting prices this year. A huge range of top authors down to $7. Hundreds of quality kids' books, only $3.50. Masses of popular paperbacks, only $2.50. Quality books up to 90% off at Dymocks' biggest ever June sale.
Can't stand still. I've got the chippy shake. Yeah, it's in the bag. Country kettle shake.
New Country Kettle, the excitable slow-cooked chip from Smith's.
The chippy shake. Woo! The country kettle shake.
They've got a good opportunity to get a try, and if they do, boy, they're in this game in a big way.
Lee Jackson and dummy half away to Gregory. Gregory will be now, I suggest he'll be standing one off the ruck, either side of the ruck, and he will direct traffic. Now, he doesn't exert himself during a game of rugby league. He walks everywhere.
Oh, Andy won't run.
But he's a very, very cluey passer of the football. Oh, he's actually got into a run there at the moment. There's Lachlan coming on the burst up the sideline. A gigantic winger, a huge player. Very tall, very strong looking player. Number 8, Neil Cowie makes a good long run, gets it away there to Gary Connolly. Connolly throws the dummy, gets it back on the inside to Hampson. Hampson kicks ahead. The race is on for the ball. It might be Hampson. No, I think the ball was knocked on by Hampson in the attempt to pick it up as he raced and contested possession. That was a clever bit of play from the from the Great Britain side.
There's certainly a lot of room down that sideline there, and Steve Hampson, realising it was getting late in the tackles, just went for the chip ahead and nearly came up with the goods.
Scrum to be fed by Lanane. Trying to milk a penalty. Lanane trying to fall all over the guy that was getting up to mark him, but the referee didn't fall for it.
I tell you what, there'll be one thing about Andy Gregory out there. He won't be quiet for 1 second. He'll get these English players fired up.
New South Wales country still seeming to me to do it a little bit hard, trying to clear the ball away from their line. The referees signified the last tackle. There's a long kick downfield by Lanane.
Well, certainly a good kick too.
Not a bad one. It's had time to bounce twice before anyone got to it. Hampson's, hey! Upended there by the Quinton, the wing three-quarter.
Campo wouldn't know what was going on then.
Now Gregory's standing one off the ruck. Here he is in possession. Shows the dummy. He's an aggressive little bull ant, isn't he?
He's funny to play with, I can tell you.
dear, oh dear, there was a golden opportunity. I thought he knocked the ball on, picking it up too. The referee not seen that.
No.
Oh, that to me was a pretty bad mistake. New South Wales Country had a golden opportunity to score a runaway try there. They knocked it on. The referee didn't see it, allowed them to the play to proceed.
Replacement the countryside, number 14, John Crook.
Lanane back to a support. Inside to Twig. He's starting to get a bit of a roll on Country now.
Phil Small, another
Price. A pass out there to the fullback, Paul Beath, who's playing with his head swathed in bandages.
Phil Small, another replacement on there for New South Wales Country.
Yes, there is, Michael. John Crooks has come on for Troy Wilson. Troy's on the bench, and he may come back on a little bit later in the second half.
Well, a bit of fearless work there by Hampson to go down on a ball that was grubbered towards him, and very nearly collided with the upright.
The winning double combination was 18. The winning double combination 18. That can be collected at the table.
Underwood comes away, so both the England wingers coming in to assist their forwards. They won't assist by that sort of error. The pass was thrown infinitely too hard. Now we've got a New South Wales Country player down injured. Can you pick him, Mike?
Yeah, Tutt. He's down, Graham Tutt. I think he's in the blood bin by the look of this. He doesn't know. Yeah, he is. Just cut on the back of the head.
So Craig Green comes on.
Replacement for Country, 16 is Craig Green.
Price. John Crooks. They're out on the quarter line now. Great Britain's end of the field. Price, Lanane, Twig. Good pass out there to Beath. He's tackled very competently by Hunt.
Since Steve Lanane's moved to 5'8" for the Country, they seem to have a lot more direction about their play.
Yes, I think he's a cluey little player. I don't think there's much doubt about the fact that he's got some skills. See, there's a pass that should never have been thrown. That really was tempting fate. Trevor Crowe, the captain, probably a little bit desperate.
They probably didn't need to do it, though. So they're down in their 25. You don't need to throw passes like that. Just keep the pressure up and you kick and goal.
Well, Neil Cowie won't make terribly great inroads running diagonally like that. The player's always a sitting duck with the defence when he goes sideways. That's a better run. That's a good, strong, purposeful run. Fox out to Gregory. Wrapped up, ball and all. That's a good tackle there by number 9, Trevor Crowe. It's touched in flight, touched by the foot. Billy McGinty comes forward. They're just passing at the moment without going anywhere. That's the point. Nobody's setting himself to run. It's all very well to keep the ball alive, but there's got to be a bit of momentum in it.
New South Wales Country's defence is holding though. They're meeting them there. I think they're frustrating England a little bit.
Well, I think John Connolly, number 3 out there for the Countryside, has performed very, very strongly today in defence. I don't have any doubt about that. He'd be one of their better players.
He certainly was always a noted defender when he was playing with the Steelers.
There's a little grubber kick, not going to find the line. Oh, and Beath did marvellously well to field that on the volley, because it was coming at him awful quick. Oh, there's a pass thrown again that New South Wales Country can ill afford. That's left the Great Britain side within sight of their line. Oh, and there's a pass got away. They're able to offload the football.
I think we're about to see try time here.
Now out to Gregory. What magic will he work? As the run around, out it comes again. Beautifully half volleyed by Hampson. Hampson throws the dummy, and inside him came number 15, who's the replacement player. That's Lachlan. But the referee has seen a little bit of shepherding there.
No, it's actually, he raked the ball out in the tackle. It was, the ball was actually stolen.
All right.
It looks at, you can
Yes,
see it, yeah.
well, yes, patently stolen. I mean, you don't have to be Robinson Crusoe to know that, do you? But what a ridiculous rule that is, the stealing the football.
Yeah.
All the same. I mean, we've just criticised it, but it's a ridiculous rule.
It is. It's sort of, I think you've got to be able to carry the ball reasonably strongly and, within reason.
Don't you believe, Michael, you're a modern era player, I'm an antiquated old devil.
Don't let me go in on that one.
Old devil. But what I say about that is, isn't one of the great parts of rugby league the Lambs and the other small players stealing the ball off big guys? Don't you reckon get a thrill out of that? And
yeah.
don't the people love it? And what are we trying to do? I mean, we're trying to legislate the exciting things out of the game.
Yeah, well, look, that's the changeover of football. And sort of, I can't see any point why it shouldn't be there.
All right, now Underwood's got this kick. It's from the junction of the quarter line and the 10-metre line. And 10 metres in from the sideline.
Funniest kicking style I've ever seen, but it works.
Oh, gee, he's got it. Oh, gee, he's got it. He's kicked very well today.
It's like a drunk walking home from the pub. It goes everywhere.
Great Britain 12, New South Wales Country 2.
Are you looking for the best rural merchandise, service and prices? Then turn to your local CRT bloke for deals like these.
In Euron Creek, see Milton Kennedy and John McGavin for all your CRT products at the Euron Creek Rural Centre. Your local CRT blokes in Young are Phil James and Ripper Rintoul at Terrestrian and Dunn in Lovell Streets. And in Wagga, it's Harry Francis and James Smith at H. Francis and Company in Fitzmaurice Streets.
CRT, with over 300 others, here's your friendly local bloke.
Blouse Menswear has given high prices the cold shoulder with great winter buys like these. This week, save on tough Aussie-made work boots just $29.95. Keep warm in pure wool pullovers $29.95. Green work trousers clear at $17.50. And these King G combination overalls are terrific value at only $39.95. Rush in for these and more great Aussie savings this week at Blouse Menswear, Orange, Dubbo and Mudgee, and now in Tamworth.
Be ready for the new financial year and make the most of your tax dollars with a computer system from Marana Home and Business Centre before June 30th. Ideal for the small business, this package includes an IBM-compatible computer plus colour printer, plus free Quicken accounting and word processor for just $2,399. Or tailored for the primary producer, this package includes an IBM-compatible computer and printer plus the farm accountant. Awarded first place in this year's RAS General Farming Production Software. All for just $2,995. Hurry in before June 30 to Arana Home and Business Centre, Dubbo.
All systems dominant.
This is one place where you can gain the qualifications that could well secure your future. The Army College of TAFE. It'll bring out your best.
At Westpac, we understand that when it comes to looking after your own, there's no place like home. And to make buying your home easier, Westpac is offering you a special low interest rate of just 8.75% per annum for the first 4 months of your loan. This is a limited offer, so talk to your Westpac manager today, because we want you to be as comfortable with your home loan as you are with your new home.
Great Britain just a yard or two outside their quarter.
Andy, next six. Andy, 14. Next six, Andy.
El Cowie to his feet and plays it. Oh, gee whiz, mistakes.
You often find in a game of football that if one team starts making mistakes, the other team will follow it. They played at the same level.
Only about 12 metres out. Strong run there by Carol Fairbank. Got it away there to three. John Devereux, and Devereux, no, it's not. John Connolly is in.
Well, that puts a bit of a different complexion on the game.
It certainly does. 12 points to 6. Still plenty of time in the match. And just a moment there where they looked as though the Great Britain side were looking strong there for a while, and then it suddenly opened up.
Catches win matches. When you look at this replay here, they've hit the line very strongly, and that catch there, that was great. And then a little pop out the back, and John Connolly scoots around the blind side. 4 points for New South Wales country. Phil Small, you can start to feel a bit of a presence. New South Wales country is starting to come back into this game.
I think the crowd are starting to sense it too, Michael. One very interesting fact down here on the sideline, the English camp have just inquired as to how many changes the New South Wales countryside can actually make. They've used up their 4 subs at the moment, and there's another one who's just gone on, number 17, Mark Oldfield. He'll go on for number 11, Graham Tutt.
You might think it's touch football rules. You just tag and keep running on and off.
Don't get me on the replacement rule, Michael, whatever you do.
We've only got half an hour.
I'd fill that up on the opening, with the opening breath. The replacement rule is something that I don't want any truck with. Attempted kick and goal from wide out.
Too bad.
No. Goes wide. So the score remains as it was. Great Britain 12, New South Wales country 6. They've whittled down that 8 points back to 6. A try and a goal from a draw at this stage.
Same with about approximately 20 minutes to go in the second half.
Oh, time to score 4 or 5. Hampson kicks off. Scott Roskill. I'd like to have seen him got in the clear. He's supposed to be very quick. There's a certain amount of kicking going on the matches, of lying down and kicking your feet in the air after your tackle, which is from both sides, and I don't like the look of it.
No, it's getting very niggly at the moment. It's what happens when you try to milk penalties from around the ruck.
Craig Green to his feet and plays it back to Trevor Crow. He's about 7 metres from the halfway line at the moment. Back to Lane. They're using him in his kicking game. That's not one of his great kicks.
He's a good chaser.
Bomb, well taken by Paul Beath. Under a lot of pressure, had his head split open. He's wrapped up like a crepe Suzette at the moment. Oh, gee whiz, don't do that, lad.
Try.
There it is, try time. I mean, that is absurd football, really. Johnny Crook has come on there. He's only 5 metres from his line, and he's done something horrific. He's passed the football to nobody, and a Great Britain player's come up with the score. I'll let Michael Bolt explain it while I get sick.
Look at this. It's just a pass back to no one, just trying to push it. You don't need to. And then, obviously, swarming defence by Great Britain. And you come through and you come up with the points. Boy, boy. Paul Eastwood, that's the easiest 4 points he'll ever get. But they don't need to push the passes. They were going quite well. That's sort of, I think that might be the nail in New South Wales country's coffin, actually. It gives Britain that 10-point break. And the way this fellow's been kicking, there might be another 2 points going here.
Well, Underwood has already been successful. He scored the try. He's already been successful with a number of kicks. And this one from wide out's going to test it. Watch his weaving run as he comes in. Gee whiz, he's done it. That's a great goal from wide out. And outside the quarter and about 7 or 8 metres in from the sideline. That's a very good kick. Great Britain 18, New South Wales country 6.
If it only saves you once a year, it's a good year.
So have a safe winter with Goodyear's Winter Safety Savers, a half-price safety service that gives you a grease and oil change, 4-wheel balances and rotation, battery check and a 20-point safety check, normally $60, now only $29.95, and save Aussie steels from a low $66.
So see your Goodyear retailer now.
Good tires, good service, good people, Goodyear. For a fair dinkum Aussie discount store, Northern Warehouse is so much more.
Printed mugs, out they go. 3 for $1. Window washers, $1. Striped bath mats, $1. Kids sloppy joes, $2. 64 crayons for 50 cents. 4-litre canisters, $2.50. CD cases, $3.
They're your fair dinkum Aussie discount store, Northern Warehouse.
Make huge savings on your selection of fresh fruit and vegetables at the Central West Fruit and Vegetable Market with super specials like these. 10 kilos of number 1 grade potatoes, $2.49 per bag. Tropical cholesterol-free avocados, 2 for 99 cents. Choice golden pumpkin, 9 cents a kilo. Golden hand bananas, 99 cents a kilo. And there's free home delivery in the orange area. Hurry while stocks last. Buy nature's best for a lot less at the Central West Fruit and Vegetable Market, where fresh is naturally best, and that's guaranteed.
Your Retrovision store and Hoover team together to bring you these special deals. This Hoover medium automatic washer features a stainless steel wash bowl with 5 kilogram capacity for just $649. Team this with the Hoover 3.6 kilogram stainless steel dryer with a bonus clip-on drying rack for just $299. More washing cycles put you in control of this Hoover 1400 heavy-duty 6 kilogram capacity washer with the big marathon warranty. Rush in now to your Retrovision store.
A new breed of raw enforcement.
I want to be a cop.
In a sizzling television first.
So tell me about your qualification.
I love leather.
Good.
Recruits.
Fire!
Police Academy was never this wild.
Let's go.
They're armed.
Morris, it's din-din. Oh, down girl.
And very dangerous. To all citizens.
Hey, man, you want to drive?
For the first time on television.
You're doing better than we even hoped for.
Recruits, Wednesday, 8:30 on When.
Well, I'd kick one low into that sun, and that's pretty well what he's done. Andy Gregory shied away from that. he dropped one earlier. He didn't want to go for the double.
Once bitten, twice shy.
That's right. 17 for New South Wales country. Mark Oldfield's in there, and he's a big lump of a lad. And he's getting involved in the defence right from the word go.
Only about 12 or 13 minutes to go in this game.
Oh, gee whiz, you can't play the football like that. Some of these guys are making mistakes that you would kick a small boy up the backside for, a small boy of 8 or 9, and kick him up the backside and say, you don't do it that way, son.
They've certainly got no respect for the dummy half playing a ball in that fashion.
Replacement in the Great Britain side, number 17, Joe
New
Light.
South Wales country now. They've got possession here. Price is going to run. He's run nicely. He had the opportunity, I thought, to get the ball back on the inside, but didn't do so. But he's made a good inroad. Away to Oldfield. Oldfield steams forward about 4 or 5 metres. That's number 9 now, who's in the dummy half position. Crow gets it away there to 16. That looks like Craig Green. Well, they're pressing hard now. Moving it out wide. Price. Lenane onto Beath. Beath tackled effectively there, very effectively by little Andy Gregory, round the legs. There's the kick through. Price is a ricochet. Oh, and knocked over the dead ball line by a Great Britain player as a last resort. And we'll see that again, and you'll see just how close it was.
It certainly was a good set of 6. New South Wales country has moved to the right-hand side of the field, come back with a big play on the left-hand side, the little grubber through on the 6th tackle. Just a ricochet, and just not there. Boy, oh boy, that was pretty close. But a good set of 6, very controlled, and they get the ball back.
They do get the ball back. And it's not a very effective kick. Oh. Well, he tried to touch it with his foot to stop it, but this is number 14, the replacement, John Crook, who threw the pass a short time ago that lost them a try. Oh, come on, son, get on with the game and stop threatening the opposition. Lanane trying to milk a penalty there again too. Again, possession changes hands as the New South Wales country, for the umpteenth time, display scant regard for the football and throw it away. Well, referee, tell them that there's a tackle on and they won't have to pursue that.
Exactly. That's how people get hurt with
Right.
spear tackles.
Lovely pass from Gregory, nice pass out there, but over the top came number 2, Scott Roskell, and the tackle was effective. Back to Lydon. Lydon kicks downfield. Roskell, the winger. He hasn't shown a whole lot of pace on the occasions that he's had the ball, has he?
He certainly hasn't. Not his reputation certainly preceded the game he's played today. But as you said, I think John Connolly's had a pretty fair game. Man, he's in possession of the ball at the moment.
Yeah, Connolly's hurt at the moment, a bit sickened in that tackle, but he's a very strong player. He's played well today.
There's certainly some very niggling aspects of football going on out there at the moment.
Lanane plays it, long cut-out pass. Out to Twig. It's not a bad kick. Still a good kick. Still a good one.
And got the ball back.
Get to your feet quickly, son. Well, number 4 there for Great Britain has been sent to the sit bin as far as I'm aware.
Yes. Professional foul. I think you'll find that this game's going to blow up in a very short time unless something's done.
Kicks for touch. I don't quite know why he kicked for touch there. I don't know why he didn't, if he wanted to, keep play moving, just take the tap. Because he didn't make any ground with the kick. That'll be 6 to go. The ball kicked through and they play the ball.
Couple of knees in the back there, I think.
Not good. Yes, they're all starting to get nasty with each other now, aren't they?
Yeah. This is square up time.
Moved it out nicely. Oldfield, long pass out there to Lanane. Lanane on the right-hand side of the field looking for support. Loses the football again. I think they've got a death wish.
They certainly don't want to score tries, do they?
Well, Alan Hunt's in possession at the moment.
Great Britain are going to have to be very careful here that if they do anything silly and get a player sent off at this stage, it could affect their chances in the up-and-coming Test matches.
Yes, they can't afford to have any people sent from the field for the duration of the match. Certainly can't afford that. Great Britain coming away with the ball, made some good ground with the preceding play the balls.
Take it on the full.
Yes, that's what they should be taught to do.
We got the crowd attendance here at the moment, 8,014. It's not a bad crowd for it here. They're expecting around the 10,000, but still a very good crowd for New South Wales country.
New South Wales country battling to get the ball out of their area, about 30 metres out from their line. They haven't looked comfortable in this area to me. There's too much one-out running and too much ill-directed passing. They're just about 5 metres from the halfway line. Lanane again with one of his long kicks. This is looks like a better one. Yeah, that's a real good kick. That's taken play deep into Great Britain's territory, where the scrum will form. Theoretically, though, Great Britain will win the scrum, although they're a man short.
Great Britain are starting to open up the middle a little bit. With that man short, their outside people are still staying out wide. They should be covering in closer. But it is getting towards the end of the game. I'd say we're down to about the last 5 minutes, I would say.
Andy Gregory certainly not in any hurry to get the ball into the scrum. I mean, he's a smart little operator, and I think he's aware that a little bit of time lost at scrummaging will be to their advantage. They're all getting up very slowly to play the football. Somebody in the head bin?
Yeah.
Hampson.
Steve Hampson.
So they're down to a precious few at the moment, although they've got a player on now, right now. It's Stedman, the Test fullback, who's just moved in. He'll take over the fullback role.
Replacement the Great Britain side, number 14 is Graham Stedman.
He's got that on to Lachlan, who's a replacement on the left wing for Great Britain. Puts Lydon under pressure. Nobody on the outside of your son. Beath away to Price. Out to Roskell.
Certainly becoming fairly pedestrian at the moment.
Trevor Crowe. They have to strike in the next 2 minutes, I would suggest.
It's that time of the game where you just make sure you don't get injured.
Craig Breen, you're right. Price again. There's a go on the outside. There's two men over here. They're running at one. Crowe, Connolly couldn't get his pass away to the outside man. There was a good tackle around his legs. Price. Craig Breen throws the ball on the ground. One of the New South Wales side is able to get to it.
Oh,
that was
nice
magnificently taken. And again, the ball is hastened into the in-goal area with a little grubber kick, but unfortunately for Andy Gregory there, he's looking for a different decision to that one.
Isn't it a strange game, football? That take by the winger then, Roskell, was just incredible. And yet they've dropped some of the easiest balls all day.
Yes, it is a funny game. No question about that. There's a good-looking drop kick right over the halfway line. Roskell comes through. Gregory takes him round the top. Crowe gets it away there to Alex Corvo. Corvo made us into the quarter, just inside the Great Britain quarter. Way to Price. Lanane. Chip. He tried to get a pass back on the inside. Dropped it. Stedman took it. Stedman's into the clear. He's going to go all the way.
Shut the gate.
He's shut the gate, is it? No!
Oh.
Yes, he is. And there it is. A try to Great Britain from Stedman, the fullback replacement, who's only just come on. He's run about, 86 yards to score that. And it all came from a typical mistake by the New South Wales countryside. And that puts them into the comfort zone. And I think that we can just about wrap the game up from here, but because Underwood will have a fairly simple kick and goal.
And that would just about be full time, I'd say. We can't see the actual time clock, but just by my calculations, I'd say there's only a minute or so to go. Beautiful try. And I tell you what, how desperate was that attempted tackle to try to get him. And now he's just coasting. A great piece of play by him. That's it. Starting here, just accelerating. And I thought he had him here just there, and I think he thought he had him. Yeah.
He showed a good turn of speed.
Yes.
Because he is a test player, let's face it.
No, certainly. Phil Small, I'm not sure if you can see a ground clock down there. Is there one around? We certainly can't see it from up here. I'm not sure how long there is to go. I don't think there's a lot of time.
Yeah, there's 4.5 minutes left on the clock. The officials here indicate 4.5 minutes left, Michael.
Underwood with a very simple attempt at goal today. And there it is, successful.
Well, Eastwood's converted a try. Great Britain 24, New South Wales country.
So there it is, the score is now starting to become a slight embarrassment to New South Wales country. Great Britain 24, New South Wales country 6.
Your Southwest Holden dealers announced their end of financial year sellout on Rodeo. Rodeo 2300 DLX, $12,999. Rodeo 4x4 Crew Cab, $19,999. Rodeo 2600 4x4, $16,999. All offers must end June 30th, so hurry now to your Southwest Holden dealer, including Nancarrow's Auto Sales Tumut, Hardin Gillen Young, Broadhurst Holden Batlow, Toolaman Motors and Rod Lavering Holden Tomorrow.
If you grow wheat or barley, chances are you'll be stalking a lot of hard-to-kill broadleaves this year. That's why you need a herbicide that shows no mercy. A post-emergence residual herbicide that cost-effectively controls a wide range of broadleaf weeds, including the hard-to-kill cruciferous weeds like radish, turnip and mustards. Tigrex from Roan Peleng. Tigrex, the herbicide that savages broadleaf weeds.
Where can you get Blast Top Dutch ovens? Only $20. Just see Price Busters. 7-piece enamel cookware sets, $29. Sets of 2 Chinaman platters, $5.99. Recipe files, only $2. Suitcases, any size, $29. 100-watt car speaker sets, just $25. And you'll really dig our shovels, only $5 each. Only at Price Busters. All stores open 7 days.
Sex the Series, TV's tearaway success.
It's something that people actually feel embarrassed about.
The forgotten art of flirting.
It's a social skill to let people know that you're interested in them.
Achieving the ultimate satisfaction.
Holding in your breath, arching the foot and pointing the toes.
Sex in the wild.
Do we do the same things? Yes.
And the glamour image of Pretty Woman, fact or fantasy.
He's got arms and legs and $100 bills sitting in the middle. That's all that counts.
Sex the Series continues Thursday, 8:30.
So you can't give Great Britain that much ball and expect to win a game against them.
Well, the last 2 tries have both come directly from a changeover of possession and instrumental. The one up there in the in-goal area, that was straight from a pass from number 14, the replacement player, Craig Green, and the one down here was straight from another mistake by a New South Wales player. And they ran in 2 tries and kicked the goal on each occasion, so they've just discarded the 12 points in a very short order.
And their first try that they gave up was from a penalty where they were pushing in the ruck. But they are up against a very accomplished Great Britain side here, even if it is only about their test complement.
Yes, there's not a great number of test players in there. Just having a look at the size of this Lachlan as he walks off. He's a giant, this fella.
You can certainly clean the cobwebs off the ceiling.
Yeah, absolute giant. And he's playing in the backs, unfortunately. New South Wales country win it. Well, there's Connolly. He's come away with a good, strong run, and they've been taken down at the 3rd attempt at a tackle. He's tackled on the halfway line. Gets mauled. Not badly by Underwood, but nonetheless. Linane takes the kick for touch.
I think country would like to see if they can get a late try on the board just to make this score a little bit more respectable. Yes, they certainly have put a fine effort in today. There's certainly been no doubting their courage. There's been a lot of very good players out there for country. None more than their little Trevor Crowe, their captain. He's certainly put in a big effort today.
I think Price, their halfback's done remarkably well too. There he is, number 10 there, standing there waiting for support, Kevin Maher, but there was absolutely no backup at all. Only 5 yards from the line. What in the name of heaven was that for? You're not allowed to tackle a man in possession?
Yeah, I don't know. Unless he's tried to reach the ball out. That's about the only decision I could see.
Well, I think the Great Britain side are just as determined that they won't score.
Yes.
It's a long pass out here, getting it back on the inside of number 16, and he really takes a tumble there. That's Craig Green. He was really belted. Lanane. Tackle on the 10-yard line. That's the 10-yard line just underneath his shoulder.
Still on the left-hand side of the field. They've got numbers. Not a very good option.
Lanane. Price. Oh, yeah, good tackle. Very good tackle by Eastwood. Took it on the spot. Oldfield. Ball comes out. He's thrown it straight to Eastwood. And again, Great Britain in possession as the hooter blows for full time. And the score at full time. An embarrassment really to New South Wales country, who, not from any lack of effort, have gone down rather convincingly to the Great Britain team, 24 points to 6. I don't think anyone will be, shall we say, criticising country in opposition to the Great Britain side for their lack of effort. Certainly not lack of effort, but lack of discipline. Absolutely manifested itself today. They've thrown something in the order of 25 or 30 passes at different times throughout the game in which possession has changed hands. Mike.
It's certainly, New South Wales country put in the effort. They, at half-time, only 6 points in it, and coming out in the second half, it looked like it was going to be an even affair. The last 15 or 20 minutes, unfortunately, the game got away from country. Just, you can carry that amount of errors for a short period of time, but in the long run, they were just giving up too much easy yardage to the Great Britain side, and they're a very good side. Don't you worry about. They're a big, well-disciplined and fit side, and they certainly powered on through, and good luck to them.
Well, Michael, the statistics of the game are very interesting. We're going to have a look at these now. Here's the Great Britain stats, and the tries: 3, Connolly, Eastwood, Steadman. You'll notice too in the goals, Eastwood kicked 6 from 6. A really outstanding kicking performance. He's got an unusual style. So he's come up with 16 points solo from today's match. And a very good performance by him. The penalties went 8 to the Great Britain side, and the scrums went 10. I think they were down a couple on the penalties. Would you like to take the New South Wales team?
Yes, the New South Wales side, John Connolly with 1 try. David Krause and Quinton got the goals apiece. And the scrums are 9 and the penalties 11. Certainly, as we've seen after the game, and from both the coaches and from Derek Fox, the Great Britain captain, a game marred by lots of drop balls.
Well, I have to go on with that. I mean, really, I've seen an appalling exhibition of totally undisciplined football from New South Wales country today. They really defeated themselves. That's all you can say. The Great Britain side weren't all that great. They played well enough to score 3 tries, but nonetheless, I'm just a little bit disappointed with the way the New South Wales side went about it.
Yeah, just a lot of unforced errors, but it's probably a big occasion for them out here today, and they'll be better for the experience, that's for sure.
All right, well, that wraps it up from here. Now we'll go down to Phil Small, and he's got some action for you.
Well, there we have it, a big win to the Great Britain side. Too much drop ball probably cost the game for New South Wales country. With me, the Great Britain captain, Derek Fox. Derek, you guys really put it in today.
I think we actually, yes, big disappointment within the camp for the test loss. So the guys got really fired up today, and we've came out a victory. We've struggled in parts, but we can learn on that and build for the next test.
No doubt with the test spots up for grabs, it inspired your boys a bit.
That's right, yes. There might be a few test spots up for grabs, and the lads have pulled it out today. I'm proud of the boys. We were under pressure. We felt that we did make a lot of mistakes, but we've come on top, and the scoreline shows it.
A game well played, and the best of luck in the second test.
Thank you very much.
Stay with us on Win.
So sit back in your grandstand seat